Então, estou aqui falando com vocês em português. Não sei o que quero dizer. Oye, KLK Mi, gente, yo soy Ricky de Bilingüe Blogs. Thank you for coming back to another video. You guys already know that I'm learning 2 languages, but I never told you exactly how I'm learning these 2 languages because I'm not learning them the exact same way that I learned Spanish. A lot of times people have those videos talking about, oh, this is how I learned Spanish in a year. This is how I learned blah, blah, blah. I don't want to do it after the fact. I want to show you guys the process of how I'm doing this, and you guys can do it with me. I want you guys to learn Spanish with me or whatever language you're learning. I hope that you find inspiration with this video. This video will be in Spanglish. Vamos a estar hablando inglés y español. ¿Por qué? Porque me da la gana. Eso es lo que quiero hacer yo. Entonces, si tienes problemas, vete entonces. No te vayas, no te me vayas. All right, I'm going to be going over my language schedule, meaning like how I alternate between the 2 languages. Time spent studying the actual methods that I'm using to learn both languages, because as I said, I'm learning them differently, not learning them in the same manner. And then also how it's been going for me. At the end, I'll give you a treat by letting you hear some of my Portuguese, because you don't know my other secret languages that I'm learning. I'll give you a taste of Portuguese and we'll see how. I'm gonna really just freestyle that conversation. I don't know how it's gonna sound. It may sound good, it may sound bad. I really don't care because I'm learning and I don't care about making mistakes and looking silly for you guys. Muy bien, let's get right into the video. Entonces, el horario, the alternated schedule. ¿Cómo va a funcionar eso? Pues, digamos que estoy aprendiendo español y portugués. Yo estoy alternando semanas. Entonces, esta semana voy a estudiar portugués. La semana que viene voy a estudiar español. Así como funciona. Pero ¿cómo es que funciona de verdad? Pues si voy a aprender portugués esta semana, puedo estudiar lo que ya tengo escrito en español, pero no puedo aprender nada nuevo en español. Todo lo que aprendo tiene que ser en portugués. Entonces, lo que yo leo, la música que escucho, las series en Netflix, la película, todo tiene que ser en portugués y tengo que estar activamente tomando apunte, ¿ok? Anotando las frases nuevas, la cosa nueva, la gramática, poniendo en práctica la gramática y las palabras. Entonces, si yo estoy en la cocina y yo estoy lavando los platos, yo tengo que decir, ok, agora vou lavar o prato branco y grande, algo así. Você entende? Voy a tener que hacer eso. No puedo usar portuñol porque yo no quiero hablar un portugués así, ¿tú me entiendes? Entonces solamente puedo usar el portugués para hablar de lo que estoy haciendo. Entonces una semana entera con portugués y después la semana que viene vi que voy a estudiar el español. Hice un video hace mucho tiempo hablando de cómo me sumergí en el idioma del español para hacerme fluido, tú sabes. Entonces tú puedes hacer lo mismo en cualquier idioma. Yo puedo hacerlo con el portugués también, mi gente. Mis tips no son solamente para ustedes, yo también los uso. O sea, yo aprendí español de esa forma, entonces yo puedo hacerlo con otro idioma también. Entonces ese es el plan. Vamos al paso número 2. Entonces, paso número 2, step 2, time to cut the Spanish off, cut the English back on, to get y'all attention back here, because if you didn't understand that, then, I gotta help y'all out. Study time. So, as you guys know, I'm a content creator. That means that I create content on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. That means that I'm pretty busy doing those things. I'm editing. I'm a full-time Spanish teacher online, so I have a lot of students. On top of that, I'm coming out with a course, well, mini Spanish courses for you guys. That means I don't have a set study time. I really just make it a part of my lifestyle. And right now, I'm actually in between a break from my classes, so I can either shoot videos or I can study a language. So after I shoot this video, I'm gonna study my language. Actually, I do kind of have a schedule. I start my mornings off in the other languages. So if I'm learning Portuguese, that week, I'm gonna start my morning off in Portuguese. That means reading my Bible. That means listening to praise and worship music in Portuguese. That means talking myself throughout my morning routine in Portuguese for the best that I can. I don't know all those words yet, but I'm getting better at doing that. So I start there. Then during the day, I get to work with my students, my Spanish students who are learning Spanish online with me. And then after that, I have breaks. So during my breaks, I can study the language there. So I will do that for, 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how I feel that day. Because I also have to eat, so I eat during my breaks. But while I'm eating, I make sure to put on a story that I've heard before. I think it's essential that we listen to native people speak. So I turn on stories for kids, the classics, Hansel and Gretel, the Three Little Pigs, Little Red Riding Hood. all these little stories that I've heard before, that I've read 1,000 times when I was a kid. I put those on in the language that I'm learning while I eat. So I'm still doing some kind of passive learning. Maybe I'm not writing the words down, but I'm getting used to the syntax. I'm getting used to the accents, because how many of you guys have the problem of being able to maybe speak a language decently, but then when somebody gets to talking to you, it's like, oh my gosh, that's way too fast. Well, I eliminate that by listening to stuff constantly. It's been a challenging thing for me to understand, but that's good because I'm gonna keep listening until all the words become clear, right? So that means I have more work to do with my vocabulary. I have more work to do with my grammar. That's all it is. And once I get that figured out, it'll be easier to understand. That night, I'll make time to study the languages. So yeah, I don't really have any set study time. What I tell all my students though is 30 minutes per day. So I make sure that I hold myself to that. 30 minutes per day minimum. But you can always do more. You can always include this into your life and make it a lifestyle, as opposed to, oh, I have to study for 30 minutes now. No, like literally just include it into your day and you'll be surprised with how your consistency and your persistence, how far it's gotten you. So that's what I'm doing. I'm practicing what I preach. Now, step number 3. Paso número 3, o sea, vamos a hablar del método que estoy utilizando para aprender estos dos idiomas. Pues, yo siempre me he preguntado, ¿cómo es que la gente aprende inglés del inglés? Entonces yo quiero experimentar eso a primera mano. ¿Tú me entiendes? Entonces yo estoy aprendiendo el otro idioma que no es portugués, vamos a decir español. Estoy aprendiéndolo de ese idioma. Entonces todos los recursos son de ese idioma. No puedo usar inglés, no puedo buscar definiciones en inglés, no puedo buscar definiciones en español ni en portugués. No puedo hacer nada de eso. Solamente puedo usar ese idioma para aprender ese idioma. Entonces eso requiere mucha práctica auditoria, mucha práctica escuchando cosas. Yo siempre estoy escuchando cosas en ese idioma, tratando de hacer conexiones. Es interesante, pero funciona. O sea, estaba hablando ayer, practicando con ese idioma anoche de hecho, y estaba formando oraciones y yo dije, oye, pero ¿cómo es que yo puedo formar oraciones en este idioma? Yo solamente he aprendido de este idioma. Y sí, es muy interesante porque yo puedo formar oraciones ya después de escuchar tanto lo que dice la gente, y eso me motiva, eso me anima a seguir para adelante. Ok, pero les voy a ser honesto, yo compré un libro que tiene inglés. Entonces yo no quiero aprender del inglés, pero era el único recurso que pude encontrar por ahora. Entonces yo tengo un recurso con inglés, pero yo no miro el inglés, solamente miro las frases en ese idioma. Casi se lo revelo, mi gente, muy difícil no revelárselo, pero voy a mantenerme fuerte. Entonces, ¿cómo estoy aprendiendo el portugués? Well, Portuguese, I'm learning that with Spanish only, no English resources. I do have 2 English books that I got like maybe 3 years ago when I first decided I was gonna start learning Portuguese. It took me 4 years to convince myself to learn Portuguese because I really didn't want to learn it. I took a survey on Snapchat like 5 years ago with my subscribers that I had back then, which is like way less than I have now. And I was like, hey guys, should I learn tal idioma or Portuguese? And I was hoping they said tal idioma, pero no, dijeron Portuguese, and I'm like, dang it. But I'm like, I gotta be a man of my word, I gotta learn Portuguese first. And it took me a while to muster up the desire to even want to learn Portuguese. But now I'm in there. Agora estou aprendendo muito bem, muito rápido, praticando todos os dias comigo mesmo, mas estou aprendendo. It's coming, but I'm learning everything from Spanish. I can use only Brazilian Portuguese resources, and I do that sometimes when I'm feeling froggy, but other times I learn it from Spanish, because when I learned Spanish, I didn't learn Spanish from Spanish. I learned Spanish from English. So I like using another language to learn another language because it helps me to make connections. Yeah, so that's the whole plan for that. Now it's time to reveal how it's been going for me, because I've been doing this for about, I'll say it is January 9th right now. January 9th. I started with the Portuguese in November, I think. Maybe it was October. So for a minute. So how has it really been going? How realistic is this schedule? Guys, learning languages is easy. It's not a hard thing. It's all a process. We all know that, right? It's easy to learn the rules. It's a little bit more challenging to apply them and to remember them as you're applying them, but it's not hard. It's just a process, right? But what is hard for me is to stop. Like, I'll be so invested in the Portuguese that I want to spend 2 weeks instead of 1 week on it. But it's like, I have to be disciplined. I have to be structured. So it's been going okay. It's been going okay for me to do that. Sometimes it might leak over into the next week because I'm just so like I'm seeing progress and I'm really just loving it. So yeah, just weaning myself off for me to stop learning the other language to go to the other one. That's been the hardest switch for me to make. Nowadays, I just tell myself like, look, bro, you'll be back with this language in a week. Just review what you've learned and, you know, learn other stuff in your other language and you'll be good. Eu sei que não falo muito bom o português, mas não é importante para mim porque estou aprendendo, estou praticando quase todos os dias estou praticando o meu português. Agora estou aprendendo a conjugação é muito importante para mim porque quero poder falar das coisas que estou fazendo e das coisas que faz a gente também. Então, estou aqui falando com vocês em português, não sei o que quero dizer. Muito bom. Ou vou comer. Não sei. Não estive aprendendo vocabulário da alimentação ou da comida. Então, sim, esse é o progresso. Estou progressando ainda e já. Não sei, I don't know. I've been just talking disparate. I feel like I'm just saying the same thing over and over. But yeah, that's why Portuguese is going. But yeah, what do you guys think about my formulas? ¿Qué opinan? Which one do you think will be better for me? Let me know you guys' predictions down below in the comments. I wish I could speak the other language to you guys right now, but it's un secreto. Si no eres suscriptor, suscríbete. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe to the channel. Share this video for people who might find it interesting. More videos coming. We're going hard with the Bilingue Vlogs YouTube channel this year. We're going hard with Bilingue Vlogs as a company in general. I'm looking to build a team. So if you got skills and anything that can help Bilingue Vlogs grow, dígame. Bilingue Vlogs, Instagram. Estoy aplatanado, TikTok, bilinguevlogs@gmail.com. Alright guys, I'm talking too much. No fuimos.